Hello and welcome everyone to this week's episode of Engineer Your Energy. I'm Caroline Milton, owner of Milton Coaching Collective, where we focus on implementing a preventative approach to burnout, both with individuals and with organizations. I'm happy to be here with you today on this first Thursday of August. I'm just getting home after a quick work trip down to Birmingham, Alabama, where I was able to help an organization with these very topics of burnout prevention individually and organizationally. We had a lot of fun yesterday as we dove into those topics. And I just always really enjoy being able to collaborate and consult in that type of environment. Today, we're going to be talking about burnout and answering a question that I am asked pretty regularly, which is how long should I expect for myself to recover from burnout? What is the time frame to recover from burnout? What are the steps that I need to take in order to recover from burnout? You see, the challenge with that question is that there is no one size fits all solution because it's dependent on a number of different factors. How long you've been dealing with overwhelming chronic stress, the measures you've taken up until now to handle overwhelming chronic stress, and how willing you are to really dive into some of the deeper elements of burnout recovery that are often necessary. It's all about taking one small step at a time, right? Small hinges swing big doors. And oftentimes, when we're an overachiever, when we're a high performer, we want that to-do list. We want that resource library of step by step. Here's what I do in order to solve my burnout or recover from my burnout, because I want to get it done and I want to move on with my life. Hey, I get it. I am totally that type of personality as well. I want to hammer out that to-do list. I want to be successful with it. I want to heal what's going on, and I don't want to be patient with it. But here's the thing. It's that tenacity. It's that obsession with constant achievement and needing to always complete our to-do list that are oftentimes catalysts for us being in this position where we've committed so much of our time and energy in our lives to the relentless pursuit of excellence that we've landed in this spot where our body has kind of given up on us, so to speak. And so it does require getting really uncomfortable with getting comfortable doing nothing, right? That's going to be uncomfortable. I have so many memories that pop into my own mind of times that I was meant to be relaxing, right? Days off, PTO days off of work or vacations where I could not just sit and relax and do nothing. I had to be going, I had to be doing, I had to somehow be maximizing my day, even if I wasn't working. But the thing about burnout is that it really requires a lot of nourishment in all forms, right? It's not only how you're nourishing your body, it's how you're nourishing your mind, it's how you're nourishing your soul, right? It is about taking intentional action to be mindful, which oftentimes requires us to slow down. So if you are a personality type who loves to go fast, who loves to go hard, and you're feeling burned out, it's going to be a longer process for you to really dive into a lot of the beliefs, a lot of the triggers that you hold that are causing you to burn yourself out. And a lot of times we just want to say, okay, give me the book. Okay, give me the resource library. I'm going to do this myself and I'm going to fix this problem. And while burnout recovery is an incredibly personal experience and only you can know what your body needs best, it is oftentimes to have someone who's helping you along the way, because knowledge is important, right? But if knowledge was all we needed, we'd all be excelling in nearly every aspect of our life that we've studied up until this point, right? Knowledge is one aspect of it, but support and accountability are the others. Not only that, it takes time to practice new skills. And oftentimes, just like an athlete would practice a new skill, you need feedback from another individual who's able to look at that skill and assess how well you are adhering to the methodology of that skill and to give you that feedback. Because burnout does require internal feedback and it helps with external feedback as well. That's why it can be really beneficial to work with a licensed therapist, to work with a coach, someone who can help give you not only resources and strategies and systems to put in place to help with that burnout recovery, but to also provide you the support and the accountability that you need in order to continue to move along that path. Right? When we think of that word accountability, sometimes it can feel like a very harsh word, which might not be what we're inclined towards when we're in that midst of burnout. So, accountability can be very gentle, and that's what's required on that burnout journey is gentle accountability. That's one thing I offer with my clients. And one of the things we really focus on as we're building their programs to help them on their way towards burnout recovery. We're being realistic with our expectations, understanding that this process takes time, but that we will make progress along the way. That it's a journey, it's a path. I know that buzzword is all over the place these days, but it truly is about taking the time to really learn the new habits that are going to help you develop a relationship of care with stress instead of management. Because I truly do believe that we don't manage our stress. We learn how to be in relationship with it. We learn how to care for it. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching or perhaps bringing me in to help with your organization on implementing methods for burnout prevention, please reach out to me via DM or you can visit my website, miltoncc.com, where you can schedule some time for a one-on-one consultation and we can dive into whether or not these types of strategies will be helpful to you at this point in your burnout journey. I'm Caroline Milton, and I'll see you next week for another episode of Engineer Your Energy.